Your love makes me want so much more. Use it for yourself. It gets better every time you're around. It gets better every time you're around. It gets better every time you're around. Every time. It gets better. It gets better. Your love makes me want so much more. Use it for yourself. It gets better every time you're around. It gets better every time you're around. It gets better every time you're around. Every time. It gets better. It gets better. Your love makes me want so much more. Use it for yourself. It gets better every time you're around. It gets better every time you're around. It gets better every time you're around. Every time. It gets better. It gets better. Your love makes me want so much more.
Just Android.
Use it for yourself.
That's right.
It gets better every time you're around. It gets better every time you're around.
Check.
It gets better every time you're around.
Check.
It gets better.
1 2 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
Your love makes me want.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Can you hit me?
Not you, shot.
Check 1 2 1 2.
Use it for
I
yourself.
guess give you the 10 seconds.
Let's go.
Are you ready?
It gets better every time you're
Get
around.
ready, Rumble. Let's get ready to capsule.
It gets better every time you're around. It gets better every time you're around. Every time.
Let's get ready to capsule.
Godson Tony, episode 26.
Shotboard Infinite, can you repeat your name?
Shawborn Infinite.
That's right.
That's right.
All right. And
And this week episode is what?
26.
26. Addictions and
Interventions.
interventions. This is gonna be a good one. We got Rich gonna join us in a little bit. He's pulling up, but yeah, man.
And before we get into it, like, subscribe,
Yeah.
share.
Yeah. On YouTube
Yeah.
at LGND Filmworks. Just go down, search up My Capsule, and yeah, man, it's real easy. Just like he said, subscribe, share, man.
Yeah, we're over the hump. We're 26. We got 25 under the belt.
Whew. Yeah, and look, man, we got a new background today.
Hey.
The cityscape. Hey, it's
Doing
looking
big
nice out there.
things.
Maybe we need to switch it up a bit often. We spoke about that a while ago.
Yeah.
It's about time we finally got to it. give the show a new energy, a new vibe. I like it. So how's your week been, man? Let me guess.
Maintaining constant elevation.
See, I thought you was gonna start off with constant elevation.
Always. But I'm maintaining
You
my
maintain
constant
it.
elevation.
Ooh. Now you see now you evolving it because it used to be constant elevation. Now it's you're maintaining the constant elevation. I get that. I get that. Well, me, I'm creating search, man. You know, I'm creating some big waves.
Yeah.
So people could come surf on these waves. You know, I mean, I think I'm gonna create a tidal wave next. You know, I'm feeling like it's about time we need a tsunami or something that everybody could just be like, oh, like, you know what? You know, once in a while, I like, you know, when it comes to creativity, I like dropping stuff on people unexpectedly. You know, they don't see stuff coming. But I'm not gonna tell people what I'm working on. You know, I've been working. You've been working too. Like, you know, I've been seeing you busy.
Right.
You know, we both been working.
Oh, one thing you were busy this weekend. Happy belated to Doodle Spawn.
Oh yeah! Shout out to the homie of the show. You know, Councilman.
Salute.
Yeah, his mom turns. She has a name. Her name is Brenda. Miss Brenda.
Hi, Mama Brenda.
Hi, Mama Brenda. Turned 70 years old, and we was out there covering the event. So it was pretty. You know, on behalf of My Capsule and LGND Filmworks, who was out there.
Yeah, I saw the.
You know, I had to
He's
go.
gonna love it.
Yeah, I had to go. Oh man, yeah. But you know, I had to go support. But it's all good. Nah, it's all good. You know,
Okay.
We'll come back to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, moving right into the show. I mean, this week I saw an article about our favorite beloved Pastor Mace. Shout out to Pastor Mace, first of all.
Yeah, shout out.
I think Pastor Mace making a comeback. What do you think?
You know, I mean,
what do you guys think?
he's a skilled rapper. I will say that. I just think I think there's a reason for every season. So, you know, we'll talk about it, but I want to see what should we be expecting in the future from him.
Well, I heard the Oracle too.
Yeah,
I heard that.
I heard it.
I wasn't too impressed. You know.
He's a skilled rapper.
But then I saw the freestyle.
Right.
I don't know if you saw that.
Yes, I saw
Yeah.
it.
And that right there, he just kept going. And
It seemed to be emotional.
emotional, yeah.
But why at this point in time? You know, what's going on that he would, like how you present it and say, you know what, I'm about to create a tsunami. Why is he creating a tsunami now?
Gotcha.
If someone does you wrong today, and we talk about this all the time, let's talk about it today. Let's talk about the issues. And not to say that he hasn't been having conversations, but he decided to make us part of the conversation so that we could hear his pain, his resentment. It seemed to be a lot of resentment going on. Definitely there's two sides of the coin. You know.
I mean,
I don't know. Who knows? Puffy might make a track.
It also sounds like he's not the only one that was feeling disgruntled. What's the other guy from making the band? Freddie P.
Right.
Yeah, Freddie P was out too.
The history of that label has had disgruntled issues.
Jesus Christ.
So, Jesus Christ. To Pastor Mace.
That's what Pastor Mace, you know. But you're right, you know.
I think he should have prayed on it.
Who, Mace? But he
Pastor Mace.
Pastor Mace. But you see, I heard his argument, and part of his argument was that he's actually taking the Christian route. And
Is that the Christian route?
Wait, hold on. I can't say if it's the Christian route or not. But he said, it's a 20-year. This has been a 20-year coming.
Understood.
And he took his time and he sought counseling based off the Bible, off the good book. He said, when it comes to solving disputes, and the Bible does say it, when it comes to solving disputes, seek your brother and, squash the dispute. That's the first one, the first instant. And in the second instant, when you're going the second time, make sure you go with a witness. So he said he tried both times, and it took him about 10, 15 plus years to get to this point, or even exhausting those options.
What I see, and I'm not judging any man or his culture, creed, or religious affiliation, but in the position of a pastor is a therapist. He is a person that helps you through intervention.
So you're saying he shouldn't have
he
flew off
is
the lid.
setting is this the role model that he's setting for his congregation to handle things when they have disgruntled situations with others?
I get that.
He's the leader of the flock. So like I said, I'm not
Hey,
passing.
listen.
What we do here at Ill Mind Capsule and our thoughts and objectives and our how we see things is in no way a reflection of, this is just our opinion. But in my opinion, just imagine if that was, in the past we've seen Malcolm X be disgruntled with someone he was affiliated with.
Yeah.
We've seen those fallouts with even Martin Luther King, right? So what have we learned? And we're work in progress. Brother Mace is
But
a work in progress.
and now we're in an era when hip hop is growing. Like we see Councilman elect Dupre Kelly.
Yes.
He came from hip hop background.
Yeah.
Now we see Shine. He's a senator, right? Or
I think
he's
he's a
what?
type
What's Shine? Is he a senator or he
he's a representative
I think
of
he's
the House.
representative of the House in Belize. And then now we have Mace. Oh, in the past we've had Rev Ron, who transcended from hip hop, rap.
Transition, right?
Transitioned, transcended.
So
That's a different word, but
so
So now we have Mace. This is a different kind of evolving. Like,
I get it.
does it always have to look a certain kind of way?
I get it, but he stepped away from hip hop for a reason.
Got it.
So if you step away
But
from something, taking the high road,
Yeah.
now
you-
you
but
decide
can't you
you
still-
decide to circle back and go to the crossroads.
So it's not like he was doing it at the same time. So he stepped away completely and then, but he tried to come back a few times though.
Craig Mack also found the Lord,
Yeah.
and he didn't give the same energy, and I think he was stunted in his growth and his creativity. I don't think he got the peace out to Craig Mack. Rest
Shout
in
out
peace.
to Craig
Shout
Mack.
out. Like I said, the whole record label as a whole was,
Disgruntled.
and it was a work in progress too. I'm sure,
And they were
Puffy's
learning.
learned
They
some
were
things
learning
as
along
they
the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can't all put that on Puffy.
Because at one time, Murder Mace, Pastor Mace,
Listen, he was up in the shiny suits, and he was.
But not only shiny suits, he was top tier. He was top of the totem
And I'm
pole.
sure the other artists on the label were looking at him like,
Yes.
"How come you get to?"
He made a mention of there was him, and then after Biggie, see, he's been disrespectful.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that statement.
I didn't care
I ain't
for
like that. Yeah.
So this
He
is
said
the man of the
So what about
cloth.
the locks? So he's saying the locks couldn't have carried Bad Boy?
Did he? I don't think he wants to speak on the locks because they haven't found their religion yet. might be a different case than like Cameron and him have when they fell out. He's had issues with a few people, so maybe he needs some self healing.
I think you know what? I'm not even gonna think. It's not my place to think. You know, that's Pastor Mace. I'm gonna respect the pastor, not the honorable, but the pastor.
Why not honorable? Give that man his flowers while he's
Okay, the honorable Pastor Mace.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll
Salute,
let you,
Mace.
We'll let you get
As
that.
I said before, he's a skilled MC.
Listen.
I don't take
Mace,
nothing away from
I
him.
do not take nothing away from him. It's just hard to.
There's artists that put out music that I appreciate their creativity, but there's also songs that an artist has put out that I might not care for.
But I like a lot of
I like a lot of Mace's stuff.
94% of Mace. I would say 96.
How do you feel about this message?
This
message that the freestyle. The freestyle was much
I
more
kind of like
emotional.
I kind of
like it for its hip hop.
I like it for hip hop,
but
I like it. But I don't know if it's timely. I mean, he should have said something a while ago,
and maybe he did.
And
maybe he was silenced. So let's play devil's advocate.
Okay.
So
I mean,
maybe
but now you know Freddie P. It's just kind of like I'm looking at the timing of it. First,
so
Freddie
it's a Me
P.
Too movement? Is that
That's what I'm talking. But you know,
Me Too movement. Who would ever thought?
No, but you see,
they thought hip hop wasn't going to live.
Watch this.
Now we got Me Too movements in hip hop.
But you see, Freddie P. voiced his frustration first,
Right.
And then all of a sudden, here comes Mace.
I promise when we get some interns here, we're not going to send y'all to Juniors to get any cheesecake.
No comment. No comment.
I'm just saying.
Listen, you might not send them.
Oh, wow. You hear that, guys?
Hey, listen, you gotta pay dues, man. This is hip hop.
Not with cheesecake.
Listen, you might have to go to the corner store and get
Maybe
some cinnamon buns or something. You know?
okay.
I mean, some coffee.
I might send them the Golden Crust though.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? Hey, you know we on the show. Why don't you go get us and yourself some dinner?
I'll look at you. You're so diplomatic.
You know, you gotta feed the interns,
right?
Gotta feed the interns, right?
Well, enough about Mace. Not that we don't want to squander any more time.
No, we love Mace.
We love Mace.
It was just, you know, I'm a part of the church, and you know, just to see a man of the cloth, you know.
I just hope if you ever get mad at me, you don't make a freestyle.
No.
Like that.
Listen,
Yeah.
I listen. It depends on.
I got bars too now. So
I know you
might
got
be
bars.
coming
I
some-
heard your bars,
All right.
but listen,
Yeah,
we just might be sparring. You know, like if I drop some bars,
friendly game of golf.
friendly game, friendly sparring. I might just voice my frustration just to see what you might be feeling like.
Might be a creative thing.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like for me, it's like if I can't pick up the phone and call you and say, "Hey, you did something to me," why am I gonna go put it on a track? Now watch this. Now if I can't pick up the phone and call you, or if you ducking me, or if I can't find you, then maybe I might just put it on a track.
You know what's crazy? Hip hop started out like that.
Griots.
Michael Jackson's Bad.
Oh.
They met in a train station. They battled with dancing.
A lot of the breakdancing, the graffiti era,
even the b-boy, the rapping. It was all right. Well, so meet me on the block and we'll sell it. Instead of fighting. So there is some good, but will we get a response from Brother Love?
I don't think so. I think I could put some money on it. I don't think we're gonna get any response from Brother Love.
Pastor Mace meets Brother Love.
No, I don't think he has time for that. He's on his way to $1 trillion. You know, he's having meetings with Rick Ross and Elon Musk. They going to Mars.
Maybe some of that money is Mace's.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Mace, yeah, what are you doing, brother?
I was
You
just
trying to instigate?
hypothetically.
Oh, no, don't do that, bro. Listen, don't rub it in.
Well, if I let you borrow, if I let
Oh,
you,
there go Rich.
If I let you hold,
Rich about to blow it. He about to blow it
if I
all
let
up.
you hold $200 of mine, it was a loan. Unless I said I gave it to you.
Listen, speaking of, you see the African almost came. You almost made that.
I beg.
Speaking of,
I beg.
yo, don't do that. Yo, but speaking of diss tracks,
Right.
we got Pusha T, another rapper.
I love fish sandwiches. Just not from McDonald's.
He made a diss track.
Spicy fish.
Going at Arby's or
No, it's an Arby's track going at McDonald's.
hold on, okay, I'm confused.
See, the original, it was, he was the original jingle maker of I'm Loving
So
It.
he's getting even with a fish dish sandwich track. Like, is that what's happening? Like, what are we doing now?
Is it a fish dish sandwich?
Track,
Spicy fish dish.
spicy dish.
Sandwich. Track.
So what's the beef?
Well, it's
No
good.
beef?
It's good for no beef.
It's
because
just promotion.
It's, fish.
It's just marketing.
Look, no beef because it's fish.
Yeah.
That's the name of next week's episode.
On your next episode of Ill Mind Capsule,
Yo, that was
no beef,
no beef.
just fish.
Just fish. Just fish. We should just have a commercial for Arby's. Just fish. That's a good
Maybe
one.
Burger King could get involved. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, I don't think Burger King.
Let
would
us
be.
shoot the footage. You know what I'm saying?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A closed on Sundays.
Oh,
They're not going to get involved. You know.
Popeyes might be a little disgruntled with Chick-fil-A's situation. A sandwich is not a sandwich.
Oh, man.
It's a manwich that says Pusha T. So Pusha T is getting to the bag.
Oh, he's getting all kinds of bags.
Salute Pusha T.
Salute. Listen, we joke about it. We joke about it, but listen, man. That man is getting to all kinds of bags. Fast food bag.
My father used to say, right? It's no fun when the rabbit's got the gun.
Ooh.
So now Pusha T's got tartar sauce and cheese, and he's going at the head. So
Hey, listen, man.
Listen,
Somebody got to do fish.
a check is a check is a check.
Rose got the buffalo wings.
All right.
You know, so somebody got to do the fish. See, hip hop is it's expanding. We're selling food now. We got chips.
We've been selling food.
What do you mean? Who have food?
Hip hop.
Oh, Justin's. You know,
Anything that we
40-40.
but anything we bring, bro.
Jermaine Dupri had the restaurant down south.
What's the brother from
Trick Daddy
from
got
Will Smith? It goes that far back with Coca-Cola.
Trick Daddy. Who?
The little Spanish guy.
Carlton.
Alfonso Rivera.
Yeah. What
Right?
he had?
Was that Pepsi, right?
What he was doing Pepsi?
He was doing the moonwalk with the,
Oh Jesus.
yeah, it goes back.
Tyrese.
Hip hop is real. Oh yeah,
Was selling.
Tyrese.
Tyrese had that golden voice on the bus.
Listen, we not naming no
How-
more
what's
labels.
that? What's that? I'm trying to remember how he sang it again.
Always Coca-Cola. Big up Tyrese.
Big up Ty.
Hip-hop
I ain't
lyrics.
listen. I try to hit the vocals, but I caught myself. You know, I'm not
Don't
gonna
worry.
embarrass myself. My brother hit it for me. So.
I do sound bites
Yeah.
for a check. Ill Mind Capsule.
That's why we.
Shyborn Inf.
God sent Tony.
Hit me. Blue check. We looking for the blue checks.
And Rich just walked in.
Rich's Corner.
Rich's
What up?
Corner.
Cousin
You know,
Rick.
Cousin Rich.
Cousin Rick. Remind me of
Brought some goodies.
No, Tupac, where he was at the picnic on Poetic Justice. He said, Cousin Pete. Cousin Pete. Cousin Rick.
Oh, yeah.
Rich's Corner. That's
At
my
the
guy,
cookout.
my brother.
Yeah.
More like a brother than a cousin. We love him.
I mean,
Oh, those
since
bars.
we keeping
I gotta
it,
save this, man.
say them bars, bro.
Yeah, whoa.
You know,
it just
say them bars.
spews out
It's
sometimes.
gold.
Sometimes like
Listen.
Pastor
Let
Mace.
me crack it for you. Put it back in the pocket. You know, Yeah, we need that. For
Well, I
later.
did mention Pastor Mace. Me and Rich are not beefing, just to let you know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And if we did have a disagreement or anything, we would handle it on
Like-
that day.
like grown men.
Not 20 years later.
Jeez, who does that?
Huh?
You know what? We're not even gonna go back into that. But since we on the hip hop
All
conversations,
right, let's get it.
let's get it right. So Jay and James Samuels.
Talking about Hova?
Depends on what context you're talking about. You know, like
Oh,
I don't know Hova, but I know Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay-Z.
You know,
Yo,
I know,
Sean.
I know
Mr.
Sean
Carter.
Yeah, Mr. Rock Nation.
Well, when you get $1 billion, you can call me Billy.
Billy Goat. Yeah, I know
The
Billy.
Billy
I know
Goat.
Mr. Billy Goat.
Right.
But I don't. You know. But
When I say the man's got his own money, he's got his own money. Call him King Jaffe Joe.
King Jaffe J.
Yeah. King
'Cause
Jaffe
you- 'cause
Hove. What? Whoa, Hove.
Hey,
If
don't
you
be
use
giving
that,
him
I
no.
might need
Hey,
some-
listen. You just might get Cam started. Because last time I checked, the only Jaffe I know, well, two Jaffes I know. One from LBFR. From
Salute to
Irvington,
Cam. I'm
and
not
the
gonna
other
do
from
this with you.
Cam.
I'm not.
We not gonna do this.
Here at Ill Mind Capsule, we
don't-
also have the Big Mac.
The Big Mac.
But our
Arby's
burgers
fish.
have no seeds.
No, I'm preferably fish.
2 all beef
I'm a
patties,
fish guy.
special sauce, lettuce, cheese.
I'm going to push a T dish track.
But here at McDowell's,
I'm going to push a T. I'm fish today.
oh yeah,
I'm feeling fishy.
tartar or no tartar?
Tartar. Yeah.
Okay,
But
that's a good way to go.
so Jigga Man and James Samuels from The Harder They Fall are set to produce some comic heroes. Their
Was
adaptation.
it Marvel? What is it?
I think was it Marvel? I think it might be Marvel.
Salute.
So irredeemable,
Hip hop is penetrating everything. We everywhere.
irredeemable,
Right?
and incorruptible.
Mm.
I don't know if y'all remember that. But I was a big comic book fan.
Sound like an NFT move. But I ain't.
You know what?
Who am I?
Let's keep that hush.
Simmer.
Yeah. Who got the key to the beamer? Who am I?
Shout out to Beanie Man.
But yeah, hip hop is growing. Mm-hmm. Dame is producing Paid in Full too. I don't know how you feel about that.
You know, I've been wanting to see it for years, but you know,
I know how you feel.
it's at a time that I would like to see. I would have liked to seen it in a certain context, but I hear there's some issues of it being presented with actors that were in it in the first one. Kind of reminds me of State Property 1, right? And then State Property 2. It had some of the same people, but the storyline connected, but then there was a little disconnect.
It shifted. There wasn't no continuity.
But we're a fan of that. We're a fan of the label. We're a fan of
the brand.
Of the brand. So we're gonna watch. Even Belly 1 to Belly 2 again.
I never even watched
That was
Belly
a
2.
disconnect.
I heard of Belly 2. I don't like it. For me, it'll be a disrespect to even try to watch Belly 2. Just even
No
shots,
disrespect
even
to Game.
Shotters.
He
You remember
acted in both.
Shotters?
Oh, Shotters was.
They had Shotters too.
No.
Yes, they did have Shotters too. I didn't go back and watch it. Just leave some movies and some projects are just good at volume 1.
Speaking of part 2, Benny the Butcher did
Oh yeah.
hell of a job on 10 Crack Commandments.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Give it up for that, brother.
See, I just dropped the remote on that. I just dropped the remote on that.
See, that was real.
That
sound
was
effect.
real. That was real.
Yes, sir.
Benny, I saw that.
Griselda the Movement, BSF.
It was like a short movie.
Yes. Yes.
He had Puffy in there.
Yeah.
And guess who produced it?
Premiere.
Poof.
Did it the
Classic.
right way.
Classic.
That was classy.
Classic. Now, if you when you do something, when you try to recreate something, that's how you recreate it.
Big said, Ashy the Classy, that's the way to do it.
Phew.
That's the way to do
But
it.
it was
Cool.
10 more commandments.
Right, 10 more commandments. Pardon. I don't.
Yeah.
Yes.
It wasn't so he didn't go and redo the whole 10 Commandments and
So
try
that
to,
means 20.
man.
So
Betty,
some of y'all got to do
salute.
some homework if you ain't hear the first 10.
Go back and hear the first 10.
Put
But
it
yeah,
together.
I mean, on that note, man. I mean, we see how hip hop is growing, like just penetrating all kinds
Leaps
of
and
like,
bounds.
yeah,
Yeah.
like dimensions and stuff right now. But we can't forget where it started from,
You
like the
remember your
graffiti.
first hip hop?
Who?
Well, we were talking about that last week when you were in the motherland.
Oh man, listen.
Some of the artists that you
Jesus,
ran
let me-
up on first,
Man.
ran across.
Yo, so
What inspired you?
my first tape. I remember living down by Old Drill by Karimu Street to be exact.
Caramel.
Karimu Street.
Caramel.
It's
Kari-
Karimu Street. Karimu Street.
Caramel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
By Old Drill by Wizkid wrote about that. But this is way before Wizkid's time. Like, like if they ask about me down by them
Down by the riverside.
down by there. I got a legend over there.
Okay.
I got a legend over there.
Legendary.
It's very legendary. Like, because I was
LGND.
I was the kid that came from foreign that
The boy came foreign.
that
Yes.
everybody wanted to be friends with, and cool with. And
That's because you had the special sauce.
I had the special sauce. I had that English accent.
Okay.
They thought the boy was something else. But then I connected a lot with the old heads, and the old heads used to always send me down to like the bootleg spot, like the little stand where you take your
Wow,
list.
bootleg in Africa.
Yo, this
already?
is in 1990. You'll take your list
What, like to a hut or what?
to a hut. It was a
What?
hut. Yeah, and it's like the manager of the hut.
Pardon. This is Capsule. We
This is-
capsulizing
Listen,
right now.
I'm just a kid just
Yeah.
discovering hip hop for the first time.
Yeah.
And this is how I discovered it. He gave me a list to go to the hut to make a dub.
Okay.
And it was like, 35 millimeter tape, cassette tape, whatever. Actually, was it 35 millimeter? Like the little cassette tapes.
Oh no, those are 90-minute.
The 90-minute cassette, yeah, the TDKs and
Maxell.
yeah. My bad, I'm thinking film. Yeah, I'm thinking
some
film.
of
Yeah,
our
I'm crossing
viewers might
film.
not even know what
Yeah. Jesus.
cassette is.
Listen, everybody using iTunes now and digital. We talking about cassette
Next
tapes,
show we
bro.
gonna have a picture of a tape for
Oh
you
man,
guys.
we might actually have an actual tape. Okay?
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
let's do it.
Let's start dropping stuff in capsules.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
show them
okay.
what it looked like back then.
All right.
So
My brother was just speaking about pages being $4.95 a month. You know what I'm saying?
the Scott, my two-way page of the cheapest one was like $20.
The Sky Pager came a little bit later.
Yeah,
for
that was
me.
like two.
About 90, 89, big heavy thing on it, about half the size of a Sony Walkman.
But let me finish with these tapes though.
Yeah.
So I used to go down to the store to make these dubs for these old heads, and one day, I couldn't find the old head. Like he had gave me the, yo Rich, give it down. I couldn't find the old head to get him his tape. So I was left with the tape, and I never listened to what was on the tape. So I went and I listened to what was on the tape, and dude, I got introduced to Grand Puba, Mary J. Blige, Tribe Called Quest, who else? Q-Tip,
Wow.
Mad Lion. This is all my
That's
humble
big.
beginnings.
That's big.
Who else was there? It was a lot more. Queen Latifah.
They actually was out there?
Dude, I'm telling you, whenever it came out over here, however the dub master got it, he got it like 3 months later. He got it was always 3 months later.
I ain't gonna even hold you. Shout
However-
out to my bootlegger on 23rd Street, African brother. He held it down. I forgot his name, but he was there for like 15
Bro.
years getting it.
And when I got turned on to hip hop, I remember that tape.
Shami.
What's the 411? What's the 411?
Oh, yeah.
You got it going on. You got. Oh, my love is all I had, and Grand Poop is very special.
Yes,
What?
sir.
Jesus.
Yes, sir. That's on the Pooba 360.
So, yeah, man. That was my introduction. And I think I was 10 years old, 9 years old at the time, and I heard it and I was addicted.
I think my
That was my first addiction.
my first personal tape was Fear of a Black Planet. First wax, actually, that I owned was Fear of a Black Planet, Public Enemy. Of course, we had PSK from Philly, Chill Rob.
Oh yeah,
the
I remember
Flavor
Chill Rob.
Unit,
I remember Chill Rob.
Sugar Hill Gang, stuff like that. But when I can say I bought my own wax, my first tape was probably a Biggie tape. My first tape. But I had wax before that.
Wow, that's big. Shout out. What year was that?
Sheesh. That was 90? 91?
We were about the same year.
Yeah.
We were about the same year.
I'm talking about a mixtape too.
Oh yeah, we were about the same year.
Yeah.
I ain't get put on to like Wu
See, I
Tang.
had Clue. I had
No.
Kid Capri.
See, I didn't get put
I
on to
had
them. I didn't
DJ
get put on
Ron
to them
G.
to like.
Ron G.
Yeah, I didn't get put
youngest
on
DJ
to like
in
them to like
charge.
94.
Okay.
Yeah. Like 94. That's when I got into the grungier hip hop, like the transition, the Mobb Deep, the Nas's.
Oh, by then I was
yeah,
spending my whole check. On Tuesday, soon as it hit.
Yeah, on the record store.
Oh, man,
my
I'm in the
God.
record store.
every Tuesday. Remember that?
We talked about that. You know, these kids are smoking loud and all that. I couldn't afford.
Man, it's
I had $40, $50, bro.
It's either you get a new tape, 2 new tapes, 3 new tapes,
Right.
or you go get the loud. Ain't nobody was buying no loud back then.
Nah, the loud was in little envelopes, but you know, Acapulco Gold.
But yeah, before
Yikes!
so
Telling my age.
before we go into our little graffiti,
Yeah.
it's not even little. I keep saying little. Before we go into our graffiti clip, let me break down the story real quick. I was on the phone with my father a few days ago, about 2-3 days ago, and he was like, "Yo, I be watching you guys on the show, like on Facebook.
Really?
Like, yeah, all the way from Nigeria. Shout out to Pops.
Peace, pops.
Peace, Pops. He's watching right now. He's like, yo, but I started wondering, when did you start going by Godson Tony? I said, geez. I said, Dad.
He said, "You're my son, Tony."
I said, Dad. I said, oh, my bad. He said, he said, I saw you on this program, and I'm like, yeah, that's my son. But then when I saw I saw your boy Shyborn. When I saw God's son, I said, God's son. He said, oh, these kids. These kids, they always trying
These
to be
crazy
cool.
kids
These
there.
crazy kids. I said, but Dad, that's my name.
Right.
He said, what do you mean? I said, okay, let's break down the science. So we're going to break down the science for people that don't understand.
For Baba.
For Baba
Yeah.
and for everybody else that's out there, for,
Yeah.
for my Nigerian family and crew, and for my African community, I go by Godson Tony. My name is Tolu Walokbe. Tolu Walokbe. The short form of that is Tolu. My friends call me the Tolu Walokbe. Almost like making a statement. Now, the translation of Tolu means it's actually T-Olu, means God's own, God's son. T-Olu Walokbe means God's own is joy. God's own is favorable. God's own is joy. God's son is joy. So when I was looking for, because I've transitioned from several names, rap names, Ayatolu, Thomas Crown, Tyree.
Thomas Crown Affair.
Listen,
Okay.
that movie was classic.
Yes, sir.
Tony Merlot.
Tony Merlot.
So Tony Merlot was the last name I had before I transitioned to Godson, and I was looking for something that was more closer to my real name. And, you know, I just decided to translate Tolu, or what Tolu meant, because people always ask me, what does Tolu mean? What does Tolu mean? So I find myself always giving them the Yoruba or the English translation of what it meant, you know, God's own or God's son, because Yoruba is like there's no direct translation. It can mean multiple things.
What's crazy? That's why we brothers, because Shah means in Hebrew, gift, born infinite means everlasting.
See?
So you know,
there's meanings in names.
Yes, indeed.
You know, so, you know, even when it comes to giving children names, you know, you have to be careful with the names that you give your children. You have to think it out, because those are names that they're going to live with for the rest of their life. And I'm grateful and I'm glad that my parents gave me the names they gave me. I don't care how it sounds. I don't care if nobody can pronounce it. I'm going to make you pronounce it. You know what I'm saying? Because it has a meaning.
Oh, peace to Treasure and Celestial, my children.
See? I love it. You got another one that has a dope name, like
Treasure and Celestial.
Yeah, okay.
So Treasure is my
So
daughter.
when I heard Treasure the first time, I was like, wow, like he named his son his daughter Treasure and Celestial, like
Heavenly Body.
These are thoughtful names. These are I could tell you put thought into that.
Of course.
You know, you didn't just wake up and say, hey, I'm having a kid, and yeah, we're just gonna name it Andrew or Samson, just
and
because.
he's a junior. He's Shah Celestial.
I'm sure he has your name too.
Of course. So in anything you do, whether it's a smallest thought, think of it as a bigger production. Because, you know, you
even
are
name
representation of you carry this name, or you carry this energy, and make sure that this energy reflects that name. And if it doesn't, then you need to change your energy. Because you can have a powerful name and have, you know, a dark soul or dark aura.
Or dark, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout outs to that. So, I mean, we're gonna go into our programming, graffiti drive through Newark. Meeting of Styles.
Salute to all the graffiti artists.
Oh, wait, graffiti is big out here.
Yes, sir.
It's still alive.
Everywhere. Jersey City, New
Shout
York,
out to
the Bronx, Brooklyn, Harlem.
Shout out to Loso. Get Lost a lot. He's like very big out here. I mean, we should get him on the show soon.
Okay.
You know, it's some other few people. Saran.
Okay.
Yeah, Saran used to be down with Jerry Gant, and they got a whole crew too. You know,
We're
like
gonna have to reach out.
yeah, they got a whole crew. Elder Sensei and you know,
Peace to Elder
what was their
Sensei.
crew? I forgot the name of their crew. They had a like graph crew, but we definitely need to get them up here so they can like break it down and, you know, give us the history of the graffiti culture.
Yeah, let's bring the elements in. We 26 shows in, so it's about to get funky.
And Grandmaster Cod's birthday coming up too on the 18th.
Yeah,
so,
salute to the big homie.
Yeah, we might have to do a live broadcast from there too. You know, like so.
That'll be a
you know,
special
we gonna see what's up. But yeah, Spence, take us out.
Frozo.
Yo, bust it, kid. I got a fat ass can of the flat black.
Yo, about to go make this pass.
That's
Yo,
right, right now, kid. I got some wisdom in my pocket. No
pass on me in a
Back
second.
this ass spots all over the down.
Watch
South,
5-0,
down.
watch 5-0.
Fuck that.
Niggas ain't getting caught, you know what I'm saying? Yo, pass that pilot, man, pass that pilot,
I load my backpack with spray paint and markers to spark the tag and never trip. I catch the path, take a trip to the train yard to think back when I used to write that shit that used to hit. Had all the mad color tips. Breaking was my thing, I used to spin the back. I never thought I'd spin the wax with tracks to make your hands clap. I could've went the other way, but no how. I got my dap on the map with the big that to a spray cap. Niggas used to doubt my clout, but now I turn them out. They shout my shit about town like they wanna be down. Avoid the crowds that wanna stab me in the back. Enough of that. Watch the third rail track, cause I don't wanna get zapped. Pieces to burn to show my name, no shame. Don't wanna put the blame down on my nicotine. Brothers don't wanna see me grow to get my cash flow. I have the remorse, so check me out in the source. The artifacts from the wrong side of the tracks. The artifacts from the wrong side. The artifacts from the wrong side of the tracks. The artifacts from the wrong side. from the wrong side. I burn my name up quick like a tie stick. As red as my eyes get, I still rocks the fly shit. That with some ultra flat black, catch a wreck in a set. Wet paint ain't shit when I'm on the set. I'm live like the third rail, on time like the PAP train. The name Tame alone got fame, so fuck a last name. I tax mad when I drag a fat jacket-ism, coming out with new additions like Mike Bivens. I get a sticker from my nigga with the back of him. Write my name on them, then I peel off the back of them. And stick them to victims of underground systems. If the toys bring the noise, me and my boys are gonna diss them. In conclusion, don't snooze when two niggas from New Jersey kick the mad graffiti slurs or kick the fakes to the curb. The artifacts, Jack, bringing the artifact back. Some seem to forget about the era the court wreck. So remember this agenda when you slip in to enter the artifact zone, cause graffiti's still prone to kick ass, pizzazz less that we tag. Why is that black? Because the whack Jack was known as a fag. So don't cross the path, that's got to get back. The artifacts out, wrong side of the tracks. The artifacts from the wrong side of the tracks. The artifacts from the wrong side. The artifacts from the wrong side of the tracks. The artifacts from the wrong side. The artifacts from the wrong side of the tracks. The artifacts from the wrong side. The artifacts from the wrong side of the tracks. The artifacts from the wrong side. Man, I got 20-foot birds, man.
Yo, that's how it is.
Oh, you wasn't talking that when I put you up, though.
Yo, put me up on that, all right?
And we're back. And this guy's back once again. Troublemaker, man.
Brother Rich.
Brother Rich, back.
Rich's Corner.
You know, we just had to have him. We had to have him on because, you know, he want to come up in here ringing the doorbell. You know, he might as well. I ain't mad. He might as well get on the show. So how you been, man? Where you been?
Work.
Work? How's work?
Always working.
Always working. Hard-working man.
Yes, sir.
Well, so how soon are you on retirement?
Oh, I don't know.
Sure.
Retirement.
You know, I'm checking on that 401k.
That's like
you know.
giving up.
Damn, I remember when I met this dude, man. The blacks was all blacks, you know. Now we all like getting.
When I met you, your blacks was all black. My black was all black. Something's going on.
Something's in the water. I don't know. Yeah, man.
So what y'all
No
been?
spicy fish dishes, though.
So what's going on in technology, man?
Cell phone world?
Cell phone world, gadgets, like
5G.
5G.
About to kill everybody.
About to kill everybody.
No, I'm just messing.
Wait. Don't be doing that. Yo,
You see how he smooth come in and start trouble.
Yeah, it's good now.
all right,
5G. Next thing, next wave.
so what does 5G look like? So talk to us. What's the benefits of 5G? Like, what does 5? Since you're in that world, like, you know,
Move a couple of seconds.
it's faster. huh?
Milliseconds faster than what you used to do before.
But what about the? I heard you're gonna be able to map out your trips easier, and your electric cars will be able to drive itself.
They're already
stay on the
driving
grid. No, but you know, without accidents and stuff like that, you will be able to stay on the grid.
That's
you
gonna
know,
be a minute from
You know,
now. That's
you'll be
gonna
able
be a
to
while from
program the drones to just deliver itself and
No.
just fly all around. Like, what's
People
going?
out of
We're gonna have
jobs.
Skynet. We're gonna have Skynet out here. Like, what's going on? Talk to us, brother.
Nah, it's not,
Brother Rich.
nothing like that. Just
You're not gonna have Terminators running around.
nah, your next phone. That's it.
Just the next phone.
That's it. For right now.
Just for right now.
For right now.
So no alien invasion. Nobody dying when they hit the switch. Nobody falling to the ground.
Nah,
frying.
I'll let y'all know if that's gonna happen. But nah, no.
So all that hoopla they was talking about, the conspiracy theories with the 5G, once they turn
The switch on?
Yeah, nobody gonna fall down.
It's gonna fry everybody.
Yeah, it's gonna fry everybody.
I heard Ukraine got some 6Gs.
Oh. Nah, they might be on 7G.
Oh, man.
So what's new, man? What's new? Like, what you been up to, man? Like, talk to us.
I'm running this campaign, this FirstNet campaign.
Okay.
like that's for like the first responders. They got like a crazy little plan for them.
Oh,
Nice.
they still running the COVID stuff, huh?
Actually, they got a little
that?
network that's just designated to just them.
So what's that? Is that AT&T? Or?
No, I was talking to some guy that I met, and he was explaining it a little further. It's more or less of, you know how we used to have analog TV where you were able to get channel 2 for
UHF.
the little standard little channels. That's kind of what 5G. That's the frequency that they took for 5G. And just
The
boosted it up.
scrambles.
And just boosted it up and things like that. So, yeah, everybody's gonna
They
be able
using
to
that
get
for,
it.
what do you call it? Not wavelength. What is it? Bandwidth, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So something like that.
Well, I know a little
So,
something.
that's what that is about. That's why they're having a little problem here and there. You might see that. That's just because they got converted from whatever that was to now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you got going on here, man? I see you got the bees, man. What you was out St. Patrick's Day,
Actually, I was cleaning up
and you found your New Orleans
and I was seeing them,
bees,
so I
huh?
just put it all on my neck
Shout out to Rich.
and I just walked out with it.
Shout out to Rich. You know, only man I know.
New Orleans without us?
No,
Listen,
All right, don't do that.
Listen, we ran up on his mom today, and she was like, she said the same thing. She's like, yo, how many chains you got rocking? You rocking? You only need one. I said, Mom Dukes, tell him. Yeah.
Look,
tell
this
him.
day and time, you need all the help you can get. Like,
Mom Dukes thought they were chains. She
think of
thought them New Orleans bees was chains. Shout out to Mom Dukes. But yo, do you think black people should be celebrating St. Patrick's Day?
St. Patrick's Day.
I mean, you wearing the bees, you know. Let's
Those
talk about
bees are not for that.
I know, but you know, it kind of reminded me of. I just had a
from
question.
New Orleans to St. Patrick's
Listen, St. Patrick's Day,
The
Patty's Day
Mardi
just
Gras
passed. What,
is
like
different.
a week ago? Yeah,
The bigger question for me
because
is,
I mean,
I have a big question.
have you ever celebrated St. Patrick's Day?
No, I have a big question.
What's the big question?
For St. Patrick's Day, we kind of don't know too much about it, so I'm gonna just leave it alone.
Okay.
I'm not in depth about it.
But
you said black people.
A little history on it.
Obviously.
It's alleged that St. Patrick murdered the Twas in Africa, and that's a celebration of this guy. So it's kind of like the Christopher Columbus thing. Like everybody has a backstory. So like when you put these holidays out here, oh, St. Valentina's Day. Yeah, well, we know what St. Valentine's Day stands for too.
yeah,
Succubus and
massacres and
but even deeper.
oh yeah,
Everybody,
If you know what I mean.
everybody has days which you could celebrate on,
Right.
on a big scale.
So when is
And you
Richard's
said
Corners
black.
Day?
You said
No,
black people. You have Black History Month, right? It's a month.
Yeah, 28
So
days.
you think
actually.
everybody should have their own day?
It kind of doesn't allow you to celebrate at its highest peak because you can't do that for a whole month straight.
So you think
You know
everybody
what I
should
mean?
have?
It's there. There's no big celebration for it. It was just diluted by mind of saying Black History Month.
When is Black Music Month?
There's no big celebration for it.
That's
Like the
Let me
Dominicans
see if there's
have
even
the
a Black
parades.
Music Month.
it is.
The Puerto Rican
April or
Day
May?
parade is there.
Bless you, for
We have the 4th of July for
Independence
America.
Day.
You get what I mean? It's a big celebration. There's nothing for that transition.
June.
June was Black
June 4th.
Black Music Month.
It's
Okay.
African
It's still a
American
month?
Music Appreciation Month.
Month. Once again, it's a month. You can't celebrate you can't celebrate 30 days in a row.
See, now you understand me.
You get
That's
what I'm
why I
going
say
with it?
constant elevation
Like,
every day.
Certain things is put
Celebrate
there,
itself.
and you overlook certain things just because of that.
So they give us a month. They won't give us a day.
You can't celebrate the month. You can celebrate a day.
But we want a day.
Everybody celebrates a day. Everybody in the world celebrates a day. You have a birthday.
So when was Black music born?
You're not getting where I'm going with it at
I don't
all.
get it. What you talk to us.
Within the Black History Month, which you just
He's
celebrate
saying
a
that
day.
it's diluted because it's put into February, which is the shortest month, right? And you're not able to celebrate it as other holidays are constituted. On the 4th of July, everybody prepares for this day.
One day.
For 2 or 3 months in advance. Oh, I'm taking off. On the 4th, I'm not working.
So there's no designated day in the month for us to celebrate. So we're just, it's like, yeah, we give you out a month, but
So now you say,
There is Juneteenth.
I'll celebrate. I got 15 more days left.
Something that had to be created somewhere. So
Juneteenth. What's
that's
Juneteenth?
That's gonna take a
Frozen
little.
just mentioned
Juneteenth
That's gonna
is,
take a little bit for that to
Black
kind of
Man's
pick up.
Independence.
It's gonna take a little bit for
That's
that to pick up.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's going to take, because it's been presented. Simple thing. What that brings me in mind of, who was it they wanted to put on the $20 bill?
Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman.
Shout
Right?
out.
Is she on the silver dollar or something? Oh no, that's Susan B. Anthony. So we don't have any. Oh, the new quarters though.
Quarters.
Did you see the new quarters with Maya Angelou on the back?
They're changing quarters.
Oh, George Washington's facing the right way, like Lincoln.
The things that they'll
The
put
things
out
they'll do.
to just block your mind off of what a main goal is. What does it matter if it turns right? Does the 25 cent
who-
becomes
no, but who-
more of a 25 cent or less of a 25 cent?
Who else is turning right?
Because the faces turn right or left.
Who else is turning right? Educate me. I'm
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh,
You guys gonna be looking at money?
No,
Listen.
those things are too
I'm still learning.
Minute.
I'm still learning American
left
money.
and right versus
But symbolism.
the money.
I'm still
This
learning
is
American.
America, a capitalistic, the king or the emperor of capitalism, right? So things are put in symbols, right? From the McDonald's sign to CBS, to Sprint, to T-Mobile, to AT&T. All those have a logo, right?
I get it, but for us, we're not talking from that level.
So
from
this is
the
something we put in
from
our
the
pockets
regular
every day.
common, yeah, the one
So-
we the one that use it as much.
So the
we the one
more
that
you
see
use it, can you say one's addicted to this? Like,
addicted
Well,
to
before
what?
we get to that,
Money.
we will talk about the facing
Yeah, I mean-
of the facing of the heads, right?
Yeah.
Even if it isn't a symbol of something, right? It's noticed.
No,
Well, all
now
of a
it's
sudden,
noticed
just
now
like
because they're changing it and they're speaking about it. But before the changing of the heads now,
see,
did
this
you
is why
really
this guy
care
is
about
important
it?
for the show, man.
Yes, because we've been talking.
I never knew, and
No,
I didn't
you
even
never
know.
looked at-
I didn't
you never
even know
looked at Lincoln?
what face it was facing, right or left. I never paid attention to.
That's I'm an analytical dude.
I'll
That's
be
what I
honest,
do.
I never paid attention to it either. So
A lot of, I'm saying most people is
Maybe
not paying
'cause I'm from
attention
Africa.
to.
A lot of people.
Is it
a
left?
lot of-
Is
a lot of
it
people
left
know
and
this.
is it right? And why is it on the
Listen,
left side?
I'm talking-
Why is it switched
It's
to the right?
symbolism.
I'm talking about my children knew this. My children knew this in pre-K. You know the little money things they put out? There's a penny, there's a nickel, there's a dime, there's a quarter. You look
Right,
at
I know
the
the, I
size
know
and
I know the
textures.
presidents on each denomination and things
Well,
like
you
that.
never
but
thought that one is-
left versus the
Yes.
right side. He's facing left. He's facing right.
So when you look in the right way, right?
It was just I'm taking a picture of this one person. Doesn't matter if it's facing right or if it's facing left.
I mean, for American, for the culture, it does matter. I mean, there's symbolism. They believe in.
You remember this?
So there's,
What was that?
I mean, we're African. We're from Nigeria.
I'm
so
I'm
What was
born
that?
and raised Nigerian.
What was this? Do you
and I'm
remember
in the
this
United
song?
States. So
we still learning a lot of stuff.
when we
All right.
when we
So-
talking symbols, I
So,
don't.
but you guys are registered voters, right? Correct?
Well, he is.
Okay. So that's why, as a brother, if I went to Africa, right? And I wasn't
I say
privy.
he
I
is,
wasn't
'cause I
privy.
can't vote right
But
now.
listen. I wasn't privy to something. I want y'all to put me on. That's a lovely shirt too.
Thank you.
Wow, we gotta get a close up of that. But I would want you to put me up on it so that I had proper understanding. Or I could say, I don't want to be bothered with that. That's nothing, right? But if we don't talk about it, then it's like an elephant in the room, right? Like
Facts.
so he said, man, does
Factamono.
anybody really care about left and right? And I appreciate his opinion. But what I'm saying is, there are some things that Wu-Tang had a song, 80-something, read the labels. We have to read labels and look at symbolisms because we could be getting murdered just by the food that we eat. You know what I'm saying?
I see where you're coming from, but left and right. Everything is. Should I start paying attention to? It needs the face needs to be on the right side. Everything. How does that affect me?
No, I'm not really
Before somebody even tells me, did you pay left and right? How does that affect me? If you cannot explain to me how it affects me, then I don't even care about the importance.
So left wing, right wing. If you're on the right side of something, society would have you think that that's the right legal, that's the proper way to go. If you're on the left side of something, like I'm left-handed, all my life they say, oh, he's left-handed. People look at left-handed people a little different. To me, I'm actually even-handed. I can use both hands because I live in a right-handed world.
Isn't that Rushmore thing? Isn't one person looking the other way?
No.
Am I tripping?
No.
They all not looking one way. Somebody's looking somewhere else.
That's a mountain. They're all
This
like,
this the founding
Let me look that up.
founding fathers, the
Let me
big
look
boys.
that up.
that's not 2D.
No,
That's
listen.
that's
Call-
three-dimensional.
If you're looking left, you're looking left. You could put 4D it, 5D it. You still looking
Look,
left.
if you stand on the left of the of a penny, guess what? He's still facing the other way. If you stand on the left of a New George Washington quarter, he's still facing that way. Right?
It's facing left. Left is left.
Ah.
Unless I'm able to go
Somebody's
underneath it.
somebody's facing left. They not all looking the same way. Ah,
Am I going? Am I not? Am I going crazy?
He's facing what?
somebody's facing
They're all
straight.
looking forward.
No. If you're saying forward, from what perspective
Spence,
is
you think we
forward?
can get a picture of Mount Rushmore?
Who's
on
the
screen?
forward person? Is it this one looking this way?
Thank you, buddy.
Or is
Wrong
it-
He's
zone.
looking left.
Is this a forward guy?
Is he looking left?
No, is
Or
this
is
a
he
forward,
forward?
guy?
Yes, he's front.
So,
This is-
so if it's forward,
this
then
is
we're
3D.
looking at it from right here.
This is 3D.
So this guy can't be forward either. Or this guy and this guy not looking the same
That's
direction.
the
It's
same
coming.
guy that I
It's
was
coming,
telling you
y'all.
that was looking
You
left.
know what I mean? So what I'm,
Excuse me, that's the same guy that I was telling you that was looking left. That's
well,
Mr.
the
Mr.
more,
Lincoln.
the more, what I'm trying to say is, does it matter?
Does it?
No, if this doesn't matter,
No, does it?
then nothing else. If
I
this
mean, but
doesn't
it
matter.
does
wait,
matter.
it does matter.
It does matter.
Because there's some history and some symbolism. It symbolizes something to a group of people.
Yeah, so the history of Mr. Lincoln, right? He allegedly freed the slaves. Right? So, with the way of thinking of that day and time, if you were a abolitionist or a person going against the proper way of thinking, then you are an outsider.
There it goes. You see it? I mean, listen.
Okay.
I'm sure everybody can still hear us. From the perspective, the person on the far right and the one next to it, obviously, we're looking at two different things. Either you're looking at me and I'm looking at you. We're both looking at it.
So could it mean that people?
Let me show you something.
Could it mean that people have different views?
We all looking straight right now, right?
We're looking straight, but we have different views or whatever.
Hold up. We looking straight.
Yeah.
We all sitting, but it's not 90 degrees. So my chair is on the left side, right? And I'm facing this way. It's concave, bro.
No.
Yes.
Can you put that back on?
You're a
Spence?
cameraman, so
Put
you
that
know
back on.
definitely what
Put that
I'm
back
talking
on.
about.
Put that back on. Let
For
me.
me, what it symbolizes is that.
Nah, Spence, put that back on real quick.
It just takes a
All right.
For me, what it
The
symbolizes.
guy on the, you
I
telling
see
me
it.
For me, what
Abe
it
Lincoln
symbolizes.
on the right hand side is looking at the same thing George is looking at.
Bro, if I put these
George
things
is
right
looking
here, right?
at the horizon that's in
Like
front
that.
of him. Abe
It's-
is looking at the right
It's
side
like
of him.
this.
He's looking at the right side of him.
He's not turned like that.
And y'all know the guy who designed
Where else they gonna put his whole face besides who's that? Ulysses Grant? Is that Grant?
Which one? In the middle? Oh, on the right,
Thomas
on the left side of
Jefferson?
him? Yes.
Yes. So look at the space between the two, man.
All I'm saying
They
is,
had to create,
all I'm
yeah.
saying is that somebody facing right or somebody facing left.
All I know
You
is.
proving my
listen,
point.
Y'all
Who
arguing
cares?
over
But-
here.
but you're
All I
proving
know
my
is this
point.
is the reason why we can't. This is just
Who
like
cares?
left field.
Is it? Are
This
you
is left
proving
field.
my point?
This is the reason why we can't get rid of the dollar,
But
paper dollar, because
but
we
okay.
still need to see their faces.
So if he's facing,
Listen, I got something to say.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
come in.
I just want to say this, that Mount Rushmore, I forget the guy's name, but he was
Look at the camera. You gotta look at the
he
camera.
was a known like
racist dude, right?
Wow.
The guy who created Mount Rushmore, like designed it,
Look
and
at Frozone.
directed the creation of it.
Okay.
He also directed and created the big military sculpture on Military Park in Newark.
Wow.
Same dude?
Same dude. So that's why some people were protesting that.
Ah, see?
Same guy did Mount freaking Rushmore.
Rushmore, not
I
Rushmore.
like it.
Did Military Park in Newark.
Wow.
So
And
there is symbolism. And so
Yeah.
that's what our show today is supposed to
And
be.
this was before Newark was like a primarily black city too, right? Because it's so old.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like, it's just weird. It's weird.
Our show today is supposed. Thanks, Frozone, for that.
Thank you for that.
Our show is.
No, we're going to get to the addiction and
But hold on.
in the next segment. Once
Hold
we come
on,
out the
because
commercial.
addiction is everything.
Yeah.
There's a lot of addictions. Some people are addicted,
To power.
to being subservient too.
Explain.
The slavery mentality, the oppressed mentality. So I get
The victim.
Yeah, so I get what bro is saying. Does it matter? Here at the Capsule, what we're doing is putting things in a capsule so that the children and those after us can be able to get a hold of this history, these ideals, these opinions.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm glad that he's not a yes man. You're not a yes man. I'm not a yes man. Because if we were yes men, then they would only have one opinion. And that one opinion, either we talk about that with families, either you're gonna take that as law or
You're a busy man.
Tell him
you almost done, bro.
Listen, that's what I do. Work. Work.
No, it's not work. That's them ladies. Tell them you working.
Ah.
Yeah, go ahead,
They
Sean.
work too.
What was you saying, Shaw?
So it's a working order.
It's a working order, yep.
So basically, being that we all have separate opinions, right? That doesn't. I like to say we agree to disagree, because just beating a brother over the head and saying, "No, I'm right, you're wrong," we don't get any elevation, right?
Nah, never.
But you see how we went back and forth, and Brother Frozone came over and gave us some history. So
Listen,
I didn't know that.
He cleared up the space.
That was dope. Thanks, Fro.
Yeah.
We got to go look for the name of that sculpt.
Oh, we're gonna be back next week with that information.
Borglum.
Yeah, I just looked it up.
Is that
Borglum.
that the guy?
So his last name is Borglum.
That sounds French.
Yeah, it sounds Portuguese or French.
Borglum. All right.
So yeah, moving right along. I mean, the Mount Rushmores of Rushmores. I mean, yeah. So we spoke about what's that? St. Patrick's Day. And
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah, the days versus the month.
Yeah.
How that doesn't work too great.
So I guess that's why black people don't celebrate it, huh?
It's too long.
I get it. It was a great conversation. I mean, it branched off into other stuff. But
But black people in New York, different.
I'm just saying, can we
They
get?
celebrate anything?
Can I?
but I celebrated St.
I
Patrick's
just wanted
Day.
a parade.
How'd you
That's what I'm
celebrate it?
saying.
How'd you celebrate it?
I wanted a
I
parade.
mean, when I used to hang out with my boy Lou,
You see,
So,
no, I
we
wanted a
would go
parade.
out with
You went to a parade?
our Portuguese friends, and we'll get shit.
So you got
Shit. Well, S-Face ripped.
drunk.
Right, chick?
We are grown.
Remember back then?
S-Face.
S-Face ripped.
This guy right here.
You know?
Listen.
Well, you want me to say it? Shit face ripped.
So okay. So
Green beers.
What? Green beers. Where Diddy at when you need him?
So that
You gotta
did
get
what?
Diddy out the
that,
cave.
That did what? But get you S-Face ripped.
Yeah, that's all it did. You know.
So that's
Celebrated somebody
Is that
else's-
what we want for our one day when we get? If we were to get one day for
Hey, listen.
I
Black History
mean,
Month?
I just
to
want
get rid?
a
What
you want?
parade. Like, can we just?
For
all
who?
They
just-
do African.
Who? What?
Yes.
Where?
Yes. Yes.
Who?
Yes.
They got Juve.
Who?
Jube is in Brooklyn.
Nah.
Brooklyn.
They do African American parade in Harlem.
I need.
Juve's West
You
Indian.
see how the Puerto Rican Day parade is? We'll go out there.
The same thing. It's
Shut
the same
down.
thing, brother.
In Harlem.
Yes.
They got a Nigerian Day parade.
It's big, but it's not televised.
Why look at
Thank you, brother.
Why you look at me like that? They got the Nigerian Independence Day parade.
Why y'all keep downplaying this thing and y'all just giving me small excuses? Do you see the Macy's 4th of July?
Oh, you want to celebrate like
But that's Macy's though, bruh.
like the Christmas parade or turkey?
So let's start our.
What,
So let's
what
do
are we
this.
celebrating here?
So let's start our own parade.
You know, what are we talking about?
Let's start our own parade.
We can get the month, but I can't get a Macy's Day
If
parade
you
type
got a-
thing one day.
But listen, we got a whole month. We could do that.
In one
Let's
day.
gather
28
all our
days.
friends.
No, you can't.
Why
It's,
not?
it's not feasible to
Why?
indulge in.
Juneteenth will be the new day.
You get what I mean? Something
So
like
let's
that.
let's
where
gather-
everywhere
let's-
Juneteenth,
So let's gather all the homies.
where
on Juneteenth.
everybody just naturally. It's just a togetherness. Period. It's
So
not
let's
like
gather all the homies
not
on
like-
Juneteenth and all our friends from other cultures.
They
We
already
take a
did.
walk down Broad Street.
No, it's already happened. It's a
Yeah,
national holiday.
they even have
Okay.
the Indian.
It says
what was the
okay.
Indian
That's
day?
fine.
It just got implemented.
Yeah, I just wanted a day like
Shout
one,
out to Cliff.
one big.
Shout out to
Everybody's
Cliff.
able to come together.
Yo, we're
and
gonna
just
get, we gonna
celebrate
get
one.
Cliff on the show soon. Hopefully next Monday or
Well, when you celebrate at the house, make sure you make fish and not from.
Yeah, it's
not
just
from Arby's either.
No, it's from
We
McDonald's.
might get Pusha T to come after you.
then we could get different cultures. I mean, when you say African, we talking about a whole lot of different countries. Then you'll be able to see everybody come out and just celebrate that. It got nothing to do with you're African or you're black. Got nothing to do with that. It's just all Africans
Just make
could
sure
come
Shop
out
on If
and
is
do
coming.
something to represent, almost like an Olympic type thing.
I know you've been cooking up some
You get what I
stuff.
mean?
Yes.
If you Fourth
you've
of
been
July,
cooking up a lot of
you get out
African
just
stuff.
because you're American. Period. It got nothing to
No.
do with
You see,
if
this-
you.
this my
There's no
brother.
separation to it as of that time. Why should there be separation to anything else?
He's very
If
sneaky.
I don't get invited to this swing dig, he's about to
He said the
together.
swing, the shin,
Shindig.
Swing day.
the swing dig.
Shout out
Because it sounds like it's gonna be swing.
Shout out to the
right?
swing day. That's a new word. On the capsule, we create new words too. All right, watch out for it.
Right.
But yo,
You see how they tried to blast me on the low? I'm like, wow, give me a gunshot. Bow.
but for real, you've been working on some African stuff lately. What's going on?
Know what you mean?
You've been on the low like a lot lately. I've been watching you.
Yeah.
He's
Podcasting. You taking his phone's ringing from Africa.
Yeah, they call me
He's on
from
the phone.
everywhere. Man, listen.
Listen,
Ooh,
It's
that man's connected.
them biddies.
I cut the phone off. They call the watch.
International.
They
listen,
cut
look
the
at
watch
that.
off. They
Listen
call
to
the
that.
phone.
Listen
I'm
to that.
trying my best.
International pimping on
Internet-
Max.
New IP address.
Listen, if they
International
can't get him
pimping.
on the phone, they go to the watch. You know what I mean,
To
they can't get him on
the-
the watch, they go to the earpiece. His earpiece rings too. So,
Oh, wow.
listen. But anywho, you've been cooking up some stuff, my G. I've been watching you.
Like, in terms of
Programming, podcasting.
yeah, we did podcasts, but I'm trying to change it up. I
And
got the
I'm hearing some party promotion stuff going on.
actually the big one is this apprenticeship program that they're trying to implement for, like, obviously
Construction.
COVID happened, years is at people's home and figured out a way to stay home. People don't want to come back out and do work anymore because I can get it done from the house.
Gotcha.
Now it leaves rebuilding now. We have to rebuild and restructure for the way the world is now rather than how it was before. There's not too many people out there that's certified and knows how to do any of these things in the first place. Yeah, so
Okay.
so that's where the apprenticeship program is there, where they're teaching people
Reggae Hub, Africa.
how to be able
Jerry,
to
shout out.
just be able to get out there and learn. Yeah, that's
Sankofa Builders.
You got a date for that already, or it's
no.
not yet?
It's just in the works. It takes a lot.
All right.
He showed me the
You got to
business
make
cards
sure
today.
you're doing. You get what I mean? You really. Your end goal is to help out that community. It's not
Yeah,
just.
he showed me the
Community
business cards
building.
Yeah, it's not just teaching people nothing. No, it's actually the same people that you might see around are the same people that will create manpower to build that same city that they're living in up.
Okay.
So rather than them have nothing to do and end up doing something else, because that's what the brain would do, it's gonna figure something out.
Shout
Why
out
not
to Riz.
give an
Salute.
opening?
Salute.
Yeah, just open,
Son, bro.
open a lane.
Don't leave me hanging. lane.
That man,
Open that lane.
that man got his.
He's not just
hands-
talking about it.
He got his hands in a few pockets right now, going after the bag. You know what I mean?
I'm trying.
You know, like
And community building.
Yeah.
It's not just money. From what I'm hearing, he's trying to make a change, and that's it. We can all benefit that, and we all should support it.
All right, bet. So
We'll be there.
let's go to commercial. Marcus, BNP, come back and we get into this conversation real quick and
Yeah.
wrap it up.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Shop on Infinite
Godson Tony.
and
Rich Corner.
Richest Corner.
Richest
Ill Mind Capsule.
Yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, share, comment, all that good stuff. You know, so you can get the bell. You know, hit that bell so you get all the notifications and everything.
Right.
On YouTube, LGND Filmworks, Ill Mind Capsule.
Shout out to Frozone too.
Frozone is in the building. And we got our boy here too, Cliff. You know, I'm gonna call him. You know, I'm calling by his government. I'm not gonna call him by his nickname.
It's cool. I'd rather the government.
Yeah, we call him by
right.
the government. You know, because y'all don't know him. That's inside family joke. So yeah.
Salute to
So
Cliff.
next conversation, addictions, man.
Yeah,
What are
addiction.
What are you addicted to?
Addiction. What do you mean? Everybody addiction is how we
Some
function.
people are addicted to a lot of stuff like drugs, alcohol, sex.
But addiction, in its
Money.
definition, it can be anything that you are attached to a point that detachment is
Could it
an
be
issue.
that you like doing it too much, or you just
anything,
addicted to it,
anything you do in excess is addictive.
or you just like you can't control yourself?
Shopping is addictive.
You see, if you like doing something, when does it become an addiction?
When you're doing it in excess,
when you
above its means.
when
Word,
It
bro.
has a negative effect.
when
Right.
addiction does addiction has to be a negative effect? No, it doesn't necessarily have to be. You get what I mean? When your brain doesn't have, when you process whatever you have to process, and your brain goes to that one option all the time, because that's all it has. Addiction.
That's your only focus point. I'll go with that.
It's all your brain could come up with when you do ask that question
Well,
of
I mean,
when
when
you
you
don't
really
know
take a look at
uncertainty.
addiction, right? We know that a lot of times when people create a liking for something is because it's the chemicals that get released in the brain.
Right.
It's like a dopamine and endorphins and
Right.
stuff like that. So it's necessary. It's not necessarily all the time a substance that's giving you that. It could be you being addicted to something that releases those chemicals.
Right.
So what is it that releases those chemicals for you know? I feel like it's different for everybody.
It's the same thing for all human. Fight or flight.
Right.
It's that same
And I
effect.
feel like go
when
ahead.
you cry, it's the same thing you release than when you're happy.
It's
The body releases the same exact hormones when you cry and when you're happy. It's just what you're doing with it. So it's up and down to everything. So it's kind of all what your perception of it. It's like somebody tickling you, laugh for a second. After a while, it's not too much of it. It's too much. It's not good either. So you might start crying. And it's
Yeah,
still
because for me,
So
it's like,
anything that the senses adheres to and appreciates and wants more of, right? So if you taste something, if you hear something, if you smell something, if you see
Could you
something,
be addicted to love?
yes,
That's
definitely. You see something,
the function. That's how life is.
right? So that's why we say it's not addiction is a thing, and a lot of people don't acknowledge it, and they only think I'm not addicted because I don't do drugs. Oh no, some of the worst addictions are the ones that aren't.
I do drugs, but I'm not addicted to it.
I'm saying some of the most.
I could put it down whenever I feel like.
Sure, but that's a personal thing,
That's the whole.
right?
I'm not talking about me. I'm just.
But what I'm saying,
don't do
look,
drugs,
the woman that says I don't
Smoke
have
a
to
little
shop
weed
this
here and
much.
there, but-
Look, I don't have to shop this much. But if you give her a credit card, will she swipe it? If there's a $5,000 limit on the card,
If there's a positive,
yeah,
it's a positive outcome to it. No,
no,
No.
Doesn't that- no,
That's what you built from, right?
yeah.
it's not a negative thing.
It could be.
It could be if you're using it
could
towards
be.
something negative because you're overindulging in it.
Yes.
But if it's positive, it could. It's positive, and that positive could be negative too.
But I think the definition
It's just overdoing it.
a negative.
It is.
Right.
It has a negative
Connotation too. Yes.
Yeah. But that's why we have to ill mind capsule. You see what I'm saying? So when people hear that, they will say, "Oh wow, the ill mind." No, you're thinking, "Wow, they think differently. They're thinking outside of the box." Sometimes you could want. I remember I was young, right? I spent hours upon hours playing video games. Addicted. Now I pick up the 2K. I can't stay on there more than 30 minutes. I know as an adult that I have other things to do. I can't. My father said, my grandfather, every man has 24 hours in a day. I don't care what you do, just don't do the same thing for the whole 24 hours.
Powerful.
Because that becomes your addiction, and then you chase that feeling that Rich was saying. And
like,
once
yeah,
you
you're
chase
chasing-
it,
yeah, you're chasing,
that's a race you're not gonna win.
It's like you're chasing a high,
Right? It is a high.
Feeling.
a feeling, an emotion,
Yeah.
a feel good.
It's that. Yeah.
Last feel good.
Once you satisfy,
Chasing a nut.
you satisfy some kind of feeling, some kind of urge that you have, and
Chasing some
and
money.
doing that repetitiously,
Chasing money,
you
yeah.
become adjusted to just that thing that you don't even care
Some people are addicted to
what it is
shopping.
about.
Some people are addicted to gambling. Some people are addicted to watches.
Some people are addicted to over spiritualizing. Everything is spiritual. Everything. Everything is holy. Everything, and that's nothing wrong with wanting to better yourself.
Has to
But
be
what are
balance.
you
Has to be a
doing to your
balance.
company, to the people that you're in the company of?
But being addictive to it's part
see-
of human nature. You
Yes.
just,
But you see,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
even
you
even
just
the
can't fall.
excessive,
You just can't fall in it one time. It's a
But you see,
repetitious
watch this, watch
thing
this.
that gets you to
even
it.
the excessive.
I like. Hold
get
on,
what I
hold
mean
on.
now?
Hear him
You
out.
can't fall in it one time. It's
And
got
if you
nothing to
do
do.
fall into one lane, you're gonna fall into another lane with something else.
Yeah, so it's a repetition
Yeah.
doing it. It's part of our genome. Like, okay,
That's
that
dope.
water well that's over there, that's where we go to get water. Over time of us going back and forth over there, it's programmed in our mind where to go to get water.
Yes.
Then once we run into any kind of thirst problem anywhere else in the world, your brain automatically has an answer to it. Now, how do you get to it? Different ballgame, but your brain knows water is over there, and I need to head to water.
Talk about the thing we said about the aspirin earlier. How people react.
Like it's just it's like
It's like,
how we are
what do they call
programmed
that?
to understand when you have a headache, you go to get aspirin. You go get an
What- they
aspirin.
have a name
As soon
for
as you
that.
think about headache,
A
first thing,
placebo.
there's so many
Placebo effect.
different solutions that they've given you that works that you instantly think about one of those. But then if you get a headache and you're stuck somewhere, you just fall asleep and wake up, your headache is gone without you taking any kind of Advil or anything. So
You take the Advil and come back from the Advil, you still got.
How
and
does
it
that
wears
work?
off, and it wears off. Guess what? The headache comes back.
now
you
you thought the
gotta take
Advil
another
was
one.
going
you
to
thought
work,
you thought the Advil, yeah.
which is all the body needed to fix itself. Other than
Right.
that, disconnect and
Water.
let the body fix itself on its own. When you go to sleep, you don't have any control how
Yeah,
it's fixing
you
itself.
reset it. Yeah,
so
it's reset.
disconnect yourself so you're not holding the body back from what it needs to do. When you sleep,
Salute.
it does that.
Yes, sir.
Other than that,
So do you think like the Advil actually gets in the way of the body doing what it's supposed to
It
do?
is a blocker. That's what it is.
I won't say. Well, I'm not saying it doesn't work to a certain extent. All I'm saying is, being that you knew that it was there,
pain.
every time you thought about it, and in anything headache, your brain did not even look for a different solution.
So
It
you
just
think-
instantly said, "I need Advil."
So do you think that people can become addicted to their Advils just to alleviate pain?
Well, it's the acetaminophen. So acetaminophen, pain release, muscle relaxers.
Right. It
It
does
makes you
something.
feel calm.
It does something.
Calmer state than you were in when you were stressed, right?
Right.
Right. So
Right.
now that you're, when you ever took a muscle relaxer, first thing you feel that drip, your arms. You like,
Oh,
you ain't
jeez.
even feeling the
Never
pain.
took one.
But the pain's still there. Pain's still there.
Still there.
That's why you have to take them every
When you go to the dentist,
6 hours.
when you go to the dentist,
Twice.
or you go to the
Yeah.
or going
After
through
they
surgery.
rip the tooth out their mouth, you gotta be kidding me. That's a natural thing. It has to happen if it's rotten. But that pain is natural too. That's a cycle that you have to go
So
through.
you actually feel that pain when you come off the morphine.
Yeah.
So just imagine what
Like-
that fentanyl stuff
Like
they got
things,
now.
things
They said
like
that's
that.
10
Those kind of
times more
things.
than morphine.
Those are things that change your chemical stuff on your inside.
Yeah.
So yes, I believe those things can work. Like something like morphine, you give it to somebody that's hurting in the hospital. How did they get addicted to it? They didn't get addicted to morphine.
That changed the molecular structure.
When you gave it to them, they were so happy that happy state that they went to,
They were
they have
chasing that.
never ever experienced that before. So now that the brain is looking for a way to be happy during pain, it has something to attach to.
Yeah.
So instantly you think they're chasing morphine. No, that's the only thing the brain understands that solves the problem. That they've one time tried, seen, or heard about. So the brain will instantly, it won't make you go through stress forever.
So
It's gonna instantly put you to something, hope, something.
I think we all on
And you go
board.
chase that one thing just to try to get it.
I think we all on board with that. So what about the other part of it? The intervention, the support.
Like,
the-
yeah, like people intervention. Why you think they have intervention when you on this crack or drug, all these crazy drugs? It's just trying to find something higher than that thrill that attached them to it. Find something more important in their life, so you bring back.
replace it?
So you bring back family, which is something they had before they went and did the drugs. So either before you went and did the drugs, you felt like you didn't have this love or this family. That's why you went and did it. Or you were so scared of what you did wrong and you're ashamed to come back to them. That's what kept you out there. Something happened because you had this before and then you lost it, or something happened. If you could, they try to figure out what that one thing is. If you could reattach it, that's the only thing that could save somebody that's on drugs, because they need a higher euphoria than what they're going through. And if they could find, and love is the only thing that could beat all.
But what happens when love is not strong enough?
Then there's no hope, period.
Jesus.
You can create it.
There's no hope, period.
But that's a false sense of love. Like real love, for better or worse, rich or for poor, not necessarily a marriage between a man and a woman, but a marriage that should be from father to son.
You actually can't lose it.
Mother-
He right.
mother-
You're actually always gonna have it. It's just you to find it. Like, let's say your family's not there. There's a nurse that's there. There's an institute that
That you
took you
love.
in. That was trying to. That those people love you enough. As you
And
get
that
what I
you
mean now.
respect, yeah.
Those people. There's always some kind of love for somebody. For anybody that's still trying or
You said it about
hope
the,
or
you said
whatever.
About the brother, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like
Dealt with.
my little man that I have that I adopted when he was like 9 years old. Yeah, if he didn't, I stuck around. If he didn't get that kind of love that he felt he lost, his parents was
tell
not
me.
there.
I had a few
They
homies like
If
that.
he didn't feel like
Little
that
homies.
new thing that he had was so big, he would have never been able to get out of that one situation, because you're addicted to whatever you blocking. You're addicted to that.
But how did you know? Like, was it an innate response? Someone was without, and
Nah,
needed, and you
because
just-
I was, you could say I'm from Nigeria, as wild as it is, but I was fortunate enough. My parents did right. They, you know what I mean? They lived a little bit better. They moved us out doing good. But
enough for his parents.
and they naturally will tell you not to go backwards. Don't be in the hood. Don't do this. Don't do that. Da, da, da.
Yeah, we heard it a lot growing
So
up.
all that still equals out to how much they love you. So you kind of got this great feeling of how much they love you. That's what stops you from a lot of things. You thought about it. It's not like you didn't think about it. Everybody thought about it. But the disappointment of that love that you have, which is the greatest thing you've ever felt, that disappointment alone is what stopped you from doing a whole bunch of stuff that held you back.
So what happens when it's somebody that you love?
Now, me being that it was taught to me on that side, when I went to the hood and I chilled with everybody, you know, the home, da-da-da, I got the same exact feeling that I got when my parents was talking to me when I was over there. So it's like, okay, they didn't tell me anything about this side right here, but I feel the same exact way.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I was able to put all my stuff into that little boy just like my mom's will put into me, which is the only thing
But that's
that could
the
break
first-
me or make me.
That's the first
And it
love
worked.
that you.
That's the only love that I knew that worked.
But as a baby, as you
Right.
being an embryo,
Then I met somebody else and I tested it.
and it
What
wasn't the
happened?
It
same. love.
works.
But what happens?
It's different
when-
love,
what
different
happened
world,
when-
different
But
everything.
it's a
But
good
that
feeling.
principle of just showing somebody they are that important.
Salute, Rich.
You get what I mean now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And yeah, it works. It works.
Yes, sir.
It works. So can every addict break out of their addiction? Yes.
And we talk about it
Yes.
on some of our
It's a very high
earlier shows.
possibility.
The frequency of love, right? We talked about that is a thing that is overlooked and not taken and embraced like it should be. But we deal with auras, we deal with energies, we deal with interaction with people all day, every day. And you know if someone got love for you and someone doesn't have love for you, right? If we on different frequency, that's one thing. But we all should be elevating to a place where we could be in the same frequency together. You know what I mean? And I think with that unity, it'll be a better world. You know what I'm saying? I'm striving to be a better person, but also be a better person for myself and be a better person to others.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because it's no fun it's no good if I'm not sharing the love. I can love myself all day.
Nah,
But if
well,
I'm not giving the love to nobody,
we started a conversation because they said like when you crack,
Intervention,
once you take this drug, you're hooked.
yes, okay.
They need to stop saying that because now the person that's in it, that's already weak, that got
think they're trying
into
to
it.
reach you from
You get what I mean now? That person
Someone who loves it.
doesn't have another option in his head. You automatically gave up because you said, it's because I took this that I am this. So they have no way out. I took this, so I'm messed
You
up
must be
forever.
loved, bro.
That's because
I'm messed up. You get what I mean? I'm messed up. I'm messed up forever. If you keep teaching them that, no, it's you. You the one that made the
So
decision.
we gonna call you Father Love.
That's the only way you the only one that can
wait a
make the
minute.
decision to
Puffy's
get out of
already
it.
got that covered.
We gonna call you Godfather Love.
Okay.
You know,
No, corner
No,
love.
that's-
Rich's love.
Rich's Love Corner.
Corner.
Oh,
Oh,
Jeez.
oh, baby.
I need a love lounge. we need to open up another thing, another new
Rich
one.
is
Rich,
love-
Look how he's
the love
straightened up.
lounge.
Rich's Love Lounge.
Yeah, let me give y'all.
Coming to a city near you.
And now, before we leave, just to agree with you and touch and agree with you on that, I was actually watching an interview with Orlando Brown from Raven Simone about yesterday, and this is somebody who dealt with a lot of stuff, you know, like from being a child actor, and
Even Tevin Campbell.
it's a lot of them. Substance abuse and being addicted to whatever. We're not going to touch on that because that's not the whole point. But my point is, I do agree that love can break that, whatever it is, that hole, that stronghold. Because now he's clean. He's sobered up. He's back in action. He got an album coming out, got a sitcom coming out. You know, he's fresh. He's taking care of his family. He's married. Got a kid. And when you hear him talk, like you can hear the shame, even when the interviewer tries to bring up his pain or his addiction. It's like, bro, don't you see me here right now? Like, so what we doing? Like, you see me, right? Like, do you see me looking like that? Like, nah, I beat that. Like, what we doing? We're not gonna do that. Like, nah, let's talk about the positive stuff I'm working on. Like, so I get it. It can be broken.
I agree 100%. We spoke about that too. I do think that because we are human, that even if you were to beat something and you know this is his story, this is my story, this is your story, this is Rich's story, there are certain conversations, certain places, certain people that could, and you know yourself, could trigger what you don't want to indulge in, right? And you overpower something and you win the fight, but you know that it's still a battle, right? The fight is won. That one fight is won. But many fights, that's why Rich said, you can hop out of one lane and become addicted to entirely something else. So you have to be careful now. And so I didn't see the Orlando Brown conversation, but I see that may be something that needs to be spoken on. When people are trying to elevate higher and outside of a situation they have been through, let them elevate, man. Like, I understand people are curious and want to know how, why, when, but if that's going to trigger, that might even happen to Whitney Houston. How many times she did try to, get herself together,
right.
and then, oh no, she's with Bobby, and then now they're blaming it on Bobby.
They blame it on
So
Bobby.
now it's a couple thing. Soon as the couple situation, now when Whitney died, it's on her daughter now. Oh, she died just like Whitney. Come on, we got to stop. We got to stop. That's not love. That's not support that people need. Support is, listen, good to see you. I'm glad that you're on this path. What can we look forward to you see
And
from
guess
you
what?
in the future?
If you have I don't feel like if you have like a family member or somebody close to you that's that has an issue or problem, I don't feel like disowning them or abandoning them is the key.
But that's selfish anyway, because that's being safety. That's a safety effect for you. Mm-hmm. That's I'm gonna stay away from that person because I know how I'm gonna react. Right? It's sad
People run to drugs and substance abuse for a reason.
to escape things.
Yeah, it's not.
And what are they? Who are they running from?
Yeah, they just don't pick it up just because. So a lot of times when you're dealing with people with substance abuse, you have to look at what is it that they're dealing with, what is it that they're trying to escape from, what trauma, what pain are they trying to mask. Like we spoke about the Advil and masking the headache and whatever. But guess what? That alcohol, that blunt, that coke, it masks a different kind of pain.
Sometimes they get the addiction while they're going through something, but then their brain already needs it, even when things get better.
Yeah, dope.
So have
Not
compassion.
dope, but that was dope, Frozen. Right.
Have compassion.
I'll say it, and we'll,
And we'll
everybody
end
say
that.
one piece, and then we'll clock out.
I mean, I'm
But
done with my one piece.
I want to say that expectation is also an
We
addiction.
got love.
So when you
love.
expect a higher movements, a higher vibration, a higher output, Rich, you got workers at the job, right? And there's certain things that the company may say, listen, I need you to get this done. But if you were to push people in a way that the company may want them to push, those expectations can push people into a situation where they're chasing something. Oh, I got to get this done, or I'm not going to have a job. Because it's either or. It's I'm doing the right thing, or I can't put out enough, right? And that expectation puts them to a point where, oh, I'm tired. They go home. I got to get some sleep. I got to get back up at 8 o'clock in the morning. And now it's a rat race, right? So we don't know what's going on in other people's psyche. So when we see them, greet them with love. That's all I'm saying. Greet them with love, and then Because life is short.
Too short.
Life
And
is
I'm not
short.
talking about the rapper. Any last words?
Go in the richest corner for the last word.
Richest Corner Love.
Of love. The love land.
The Love Lounge. Coming soon. To an iPad, iPhone, iWatch. Near you.
Famous last word.
Love is the only language we actually don't understand, but it's the most important things to us. We can't touch it. We don't know when you do it. You don't know how to fall out. You don't know how to fix it.
You don't know how to fall in.
You don't know when you fall in. You know nothing about it. But it's the driving
And it's
force.
the most powerful energy.
It's the driving force to everything we do.
It's the
It's
most
either
powerful
the lack
energy.
of it or the too much of it. It's like love. That's how we function. We get mad when we lose it. You might be you get too happy when you have too much of it. Things like that. So
And
it's
if you
just,
don't have it.
yeah, that's all makes us do everything. Love. Period.
And that's what gets people addicted.
Ill Mind Capsule. Shop
Love
on
and the
Infinite.
lack of.
Rich Corner.
Godson Tony. I wish we could go on with this conversation.
Yeah,
We can go
This
on.
is dope.
we'll pick it up
We need more
somewhere
of
else.
this.
We'll pick it up
Rich, you
somewhere
gotta
else.
come do what?
Yeah, but
the
you guys
regular,
be
bro.
talking about others. My subject is about.
Bring the subject.
It's always got to be even. Nothing matters. At the end of it, yourself is still based on just
That's
whether
dope.
you like it or you don't.
You know
Self-love.
what? Next
I like
time I'm gonna show my brother love. I ain't trying to get on him, but just for laughs, make sure we get some lotion up here. Cause that's love.
Well, I'm a worker.
Really?
I know he came from construction.
I'm a worker.
You know what I mean?
I don't know what you guys do.
man.
I don't know what you guys do. But whoever is with me, as long as that check comes in, then I'm worried about how I get it done.
That's how we ended the show out. Dirty soul.
And then you gonna put Dirty Souls on after that. Other shows you not.
I'm really trying to do something.
If you not artists.
It gets better every time you're around. It gets better every time you're around. It gets better every time you're around. It gets better. Your love makes me want so much more.